I was thrilled to death when I found out it was fans versus favorites. I mean, I've always been a fan of Survivor. I mean, there's people that I've admired. I've watched from every season one on. So, of course, there's people you relate to, people you just would hope to meet, whatever. Getting here and realizing that I'm, first off, one of 10 chosen to play the game as fans, literally playing one-on-one with 10 favorites who I've admired through the years. What more could you ask for? I mean, first your dream of actually being on Survivor is realized, and then to know that you're only one of 10, and you're playing against these people. It was incredible. Definitely the experience coming to Survivor was probably 300% harder than I thought it would be. In every way. I came here as a certain Chet that myself and my friends and I was just bound and determined that I was going to be. That Chet probably lasted an hour to a day. I had to totally change my ways and means to, at some point, some things that I didn't realize I could do, some things I thought maybe I hoped to do but never would have to, but it all came through in the end. The way I played the game, I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change a thing about my experience here. It seemed like at every tribal council, it was always brought to my attention that I was the oldest, that I was probably the weakest all the time. And just to throw into the equation, I'm basically and I use the word probably very loosely, I'm probably the only gay male competing in the game. But when I think about it, everybody who at Tribal Council was praised for their strength, praised for their agility, praised for their athletic ability. I outlasted them. So actually, when I think about it, the strength had nothing to do with it. And maybe when it came right down to reading the Survivor manual, I think maybe I read it just a little bit closer than some of those people who were bound and determined to get me off first. And I didn't go. They went way before me. The Survivor Chet that came to this game and was just sure this is the way he was going to play was somebody who at times could be very vindictive, somebody who was very funny and humorous. And truthfully, I came here to be in Survivor to be basically one of the funniest people to ever play Survivor and have a good time and be very successful at it. And that changed within a day. Like I said, that part of me went away. There's things that came out of me that I never thought that could, but then again, I mean, I really think that the word survivor is used very loosely in this case with all of us. You know, they always say you put money on friendship, and there's a price on it. And I truly felt that the day I met Tracy, I won Survivor. She's a great girl, and she's somebody who I will cherish all my life, and I know we're going to be friends the rest of our lives, and we're together for the rest of our lives. We did find strength among the three of us, me, myself, and Tracy, and Kathy, and I. We were able to go into a few other members of the tribe and include them in with us, but it wasn't, we had to keep our guards up with them. We basically could only use those to help us out. Some of them, like I said, you know, they came in here into this game with different attitudes, different issues coming from different walks of life and whatever. And we basically weren't accepted from day one. That's nothing new to a lot of us, and we just took what we had to work with, and we mustered up the strength, and we would go into our own little hut at night and pretty much slam our leaves shut, and we'd lay in there and would plot and would plan, and we'd come out the next day with a new plan, and it actually worked for us. I had spent 2 nights on Exile Island, and I had a lot of time to think about everything, and mentally I was still in the game. But I think, as we all know, when you have an agonizing part of your body in pain, it's especially a foot in a game like Survivor, it's very difficult to ignore that. You know, I was trying to think what I could do. We were on our way to the challenge, and I just requested, it was an immunity challenge, and just requested, let me just do this one challenge, and if, you know, we'll lose immunity, I'll graciously ask the tribe to vote me out that night, because I wanted to go out with my tribe. I just wanted to go out with the whole thing and have them vote me out rather than being taken out of the game. My life will be better after Survivor. Number one, that I know I actually did this. This is truthfully the first time I left the United States. I mean, I've traveled all over the United States, but I never actually left it. I've never left my family and friends and animals for this long of a time, and I never had to deal with literally hardcore social issues to survive as I had to do on the island. And I did it, and I survived, and I'm always a part of the Survivor family now. Nobody can ever take it away from me.